As the 2024 Formula One season revs up, all eyes are inevitably fixed on Mercedes. At the heart of this attention is the intriguing intra-team rivalry between Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. Both drivers have different styles and strengths, and they're going to compete against each other to be the top dog in the team. Russell, in his third year with the Brackley-based team in 2024, is getting ready to challenge the seven-time world champion. This battle is not just a highlight of the season, it could also decide how well Mercedes does and who wins the championship. The big question is, can George Russell really compete with Lewis Hamilton? Let's find out. The 2023 Formula One season marked a challenging start for the Silver Arrows, primarily due to the introduction of the innovative yet inconsistent Zeropod aerodynamic concept. Despite these early struggles, Lewis Hamilton, the season's seven-time world champion, stood firm in his conviction that the positive aspects of the Mercedes W14 should not be overlooked. As the season went on, Mercedes figured out how to make the W14 perform really well on the track. However, within the Mercedes camp, tensions brewed between Hamilton and his teammate George Russell. Things got really tense, and it all came to a head at the Japanese Grand Prix. This important moment showed that there were some complicated issues within the team, making the whole season more interesting to follow. Hamilton, with his wealth of experience, is a true stalwart in Formula One. His exceptional performance track record positions him as a force to be reckoned with in any season. Now, at 39, people are wondering if he can keep it up. But looking back, Hamilton has shown that his skills don't fade. He keeps getting better. On the other hand, George Russell is a young talent in Formula One. He won his first race in 2022 and did well throughout that season, even finishing 35 points ahead of Hamilton. Russell is known for driving aggressively and pushing the car to its limits, especially in qualifying. This makes him a serious challenge to Hamilton's dominance in the Mercedes team. While George Russell may not be the finished product just yet, he's already displayed flashes of readiness to embrace the challenge of consistently competing for race wins in Formula One. He's proven that, on his best days, he can beat anyone, pointing to his win at the Brazilian Grand Prix in 2022 as proof. However, a slight improvement could turn him into a real threat over an entire season. Both he and Mercedes are laser-focused on getting better, and Russell openly admits he can do better. Looking at Russell's track record, he has the hard, decisive, and fair driving skills that define the very best in the sport. His first year with Mercedes was generally excellent, but there were a few incidents in 2023 where he could have done even better. If he wants to compete against Lewis Hamilton and beat him hands down, then he has to ensure that little errors aren't part of his game. What makes Russell stand out is his ability to pull off swift, improvised overtakes to gain track position, whether he's going wheel to wheel with the top drivers or navigating the complexities of the grid. This versatility often separates the good from the exceptional in Formula One, and Russell seems to embody it effortlessly. To put it simply, Russell doesn't need to showcase any new skills, he just needs to consistently bring forth the qualities we've already seen in him. But can he be better than Hamilton and challenge the seven-time champion? But before we go into that, we know you wouldn't want to miss out on more exclusive content like this. So, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with all the latest in the world of Formula One. Let us move on. After George Russell's outstanding performance in 2022, Lewis Hamilton faced some tough times at the beginning of the 2023 season. But Hamilton, being the experienced driver he is, quickly adjusted to the challenges posed by the powerful W14 car in the early races. Despite being 38 years old, he rapidly grasped the intricacies of the W14, adding fuel to the already intense rivalry with Russell. Their rivalry reached critical moments, especially in races like Suzuka and Qatar, where Hamilton's determined efforts for better positions led to clashes with Russell. However, after the incident in Qatar, Hamilton didn't hesitate to apologize sincerely, taking full responsibility for the collision. In terms of performances, the 2023 season witnessed the Mercedes drivers forming one of the most evenly matched pairs, especially during qualifying. But when it came to race days, Russell faced challenges compared to Hamilton. Critical mistakes in races like Canada and Singapore ended Russell's hopes for victory. During the Canadian Grand Prix, Russell, starting from 4th place, tried to put pressure on Fernando Alonso. Unfortunately, an unexpected error saw him run wide over the curbs, resulting in a collision with the wall. Similarly, at the Marina Bay Street Circuit in the 2023 Singapore Grand Prix, Russell's chance at a podium and victory disappeared on the final lap due to a crash into the wall. These unfortunate incidents meant Russell finished the 22-race season with only 175 points, 100 less than his 2022 tally. Russell openly talked about the mental challenges of the 2023 season, saying, "Probably when I sit through my championship years, I probably wasn't being pushed as much as I'm pushing myself now." Despite this, Russell expressed his dissatisfaction with being just equal to Hamilton. The 25-year-old clearly wants to consistently outperform the 7-time champion, as he did in 2022. He stated, "I'm purposely trying to push myself further and beyond, and I'm not satisfied with just being on par with my teammate in qualifying or whatever it may be. I want to be ahead, and that's what I'm pushing myself for." So, what does Russell have to do to outperform Hamilton in 2024? In a recent interview with Sky Sports F1, Nico Rosberg, who was once Hamilton's teammate, warned Russell. Rosberg advised Russell to keep applying pressure on all levels if he wants to overcome and outperform Hamilton, emphasizing the need to maintain internal pressure. He said, "Unfortunately, you can't just be the nice guy in that situation, you have to also internally keep the pressure on." Renowned F1 pundit Peter Windsor recently delved into the intriguing dynamics between Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, contemplating how their rivalry might unfold if Mercedes crafts a championship-worthy car. Windsor expressed his admiration for both drivers on his YouTube channel and revealed his dual fandom for Hamilton and Russell, dating back to Russell's early GP3 days and karting adventures. He acknowledged Hamilton's prowess not only on the track, but also commended his humanity and personality. Similarly, Windsor has been a long-standing admirer of Russell's talent since his early racing days. Windsor is concerned about potential clashes between Hamilton and Russell when they compete against each other, especially if they have a high-performance car. He said, "I prefer to see Ferrari do well because I'm absolutely worried about the racing between Lewis and George. If they're in a quick car, because I think it's going to be, I've said the word fireworks several times. I can just sense that there's something not quite right there about that combination of the two of them." Damon Hill, a former F1 champ, also pointed to the strong friendship between Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, hinting that it might face a serious test if they end up competing against each other in a top-performing car. Hill predicts that if Mercedes steps up their game, all eyes will be on Lewis and George, saying, if Mercedes do get their act together, the attention on Lewis and George is going to go into overdrive. Reflecting on their smooth collaboration in the previous season, where they avoided major clashes, the dynamics might change if they find themselves battling for the top spot in a championship-worthy car. Hill draws from his own experience, recalling his season-long rivalry with Williams teammate Jacques Villeneuve in 1996 when he clinched the F1 World Championship title. Damon also highlighted Hamilton's greater experience and positive comments before the season as important advantages for the older British driver. Even though Russell has the potential for his best performance, Hill leaned toward Hamilton because of his experience and determination. Managing this rivalry inside Mercedes is very important. The team's success relies on using the strengths of both drivers while keeping the team working well together. Mercedes has experience dealing with these situations, as seen with Hamilton and Rosberg. They need to give both drivers equal chances, using the rivalry to make the team better without causing any issues. What are your thoughts about Russell's chances of competing against Hamilton? Let us know in the comments section below. That will be all for today's video. Thanks for staying tuned. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you can always watch more amazing videos like this. See you at the next video.